Section C, 30 marks. Answer any two questions from this section in the answer booklet provided. Question 22A. State three reasons why the United States of America, USA, was reluctant to join the First World War during the initial stages. Desire to abide by the term of the Monroe Doctrine of 1823, which forbade for interfering with European affairs. Fear of revolt by her citizens of German origin. Fear of outbreak of civil war between America of German descent and those of other European nationalists. The war had not interfered with the USA's interest until 1916. Question 22B. Explain 6 results of the First World War. Many people were killed and many others wounded. Outbreak of disease, for example, the Spanish influenza, caused tens of thousands of deaths. A lot of money was spent on the war. Nations spent a lot to buy guns, food, ammunition, and other war materials. International trade came to a standstill, and this brought economic disaster, especially to Europe. The world experienced vandalism and wanton destructions of property. For example, means of transport and communications were destroyed. Africans became politically aware. The African soldiers who participated in the war overcame the myth of European superiority. Germany was made to pay for the damages as it was declared solely responsible. Germany lost Alsace and Lorraine to France, led to the creation of new nations in Europe, for example, Hungary and Yugoslavia. USA emerged as a leading world power. Germany lost all her overseas territories. Germany lost all her overseas territories, that is colonies, which were declared mandated territories placed under the supervision of League of Nations, led to the formation of international organization, the League of Nations, in the 1919 to check any other outbreak of war in future. It laid the foundation for the World War II. Germans felt that they were falsely accused of being solely responsible, led to the rise of dictators like Benito Mussolini in Italy and Adolf Hitler in Germany. Question 23. State 3 objectives of the non-aligned movement. To safeguard the sovereignty of member states, to fight for the decolonization of the third world countries, to discourage military alliance promoted by the superpowers, to work for the disarmament of the superpowers, to promote active participation in the UNO program, to promote economic independence of member countries, to promote economic independence of member countries, to fight racism in the world. Question 23b. Explain 6 factors that undermine the activities of non-aligned movement. Political instability experienced by member states was undermined their contribution to the movement. Economic ties between the third world countries and their political masters and made it difficult for the member states to pursue an independent life. Border disputes between neighboring members had weakened their cooperation, for example, between Morocco and Algeria. Economic backwards of some of the members has made it difficult for them to meet their obligations in the movement. Ideological differences between member states has undermined their cooperation, whereas some countries are inclined towards the West and others towards the East. Personality differences between leaders of member states was undermined their efforts to discuss issues successfully. Membership to other organizations such as OAU, Commonwealth, has made it difficult to some states to participate actively in the affairs of the movement. Breakup of the Soviet Union had destabilized the movement. National interests have conflicted with the objectives of the movement. Question 24a. Outline 3 functions of the Eastern African Community. To promote trade among the 3 East African countries, to provide common services such as railways, harbors, posta, and telecommunication, to provide for 3 trade of goods produced within East Africa, to provide a wider and more secure market for the foods provided in the region, to facilitate free movement of people, to facilitate and strengthen ties and understanding between the member states, to bring economic balance between the states, to establish similar custom tariffs and duties to non-member states. Question 24b. Explain 6 problems which the East African community faced up to 1977. Ideological differences where Tanzania used socialistic ideology while Kenya and Uganda used mixed capitalist economy. Political upheavals in Uganda undermined the performance of the community. Failure by member countries to remit funds stalled joint ventures. Unfair distribution of services. For example, Kenya was blamed for taxing much from the community. Border disputes, for example, between Kenya and Tanzania and Kenya and Uganda strained relationships. Lack of common currency discouraged interstate transaction of goods. Nationalism and sovereignty of states, whereby state interests came first and regional interests were relegated to second place. Lack of political goodwill among the 3 leaders. Personality difference, for example, between Julius Nyerere of Tanzania and Idi Amin Dada of Uganda made it difficult to convene meetings. Did you understand? Kindly let me know in the comment section below. Also let me know what video I can look at tomorrow. Thanks a lot for subscribing and listening to me. God bless you.